Yeah, man, listen. AB, boy, you don't boy. Oh, I can't wait. They're going to take it out on your ass. And Ryan Garcia, you niggas, it's up. I'm getting off this motherfucking live. It's just like that. Adrian Broner. If Ryan Garcia back out, nigga, you better not back out. They're going to beat your ass.
Y'all fight me. Y'all fight me. We'll be ready. Y'all fight me. That's what you do. You bitch ass nigga. Since we doing this.
I would take,
That's
listen,
what
I would take no more
hey, we're talking. Hey, Ryan going through some mental problems, nigga. Y'all fight me, you bitch ass nigga. Yeah, that's what y'all do. Y'all fight me. You bitch ass nigga. And
my son hears what you just said, you know he gonna come.
And I'll come see you. I'll come see you.
Say it again.
Don't fuck with Mr. P. It's part twice, never nice. I'm ready to explode. I'm about to lose my mind. I'm about to lose my soul.
My son is coming for you, nigga. And listen, and it's gonna be your last payday.
Fucking with your boy, but you about to get burned. Girl, you about to get burned.
Man, I ain't got no security, no none of that, nigga. I get on you, nigga. You know that, nigga. I'm really in the streets, nigga. You know that. Whole ass nigga. Quit playing ass nigga.
You bitch ass nigga, you bitch ass scary ass nigga. I bet you get off the line because you don't want me to keep roasting you, broke ass nigga. Yeah, nigga. Get your ass off the motherfucking line, nigga. Yeah, the nigga done ran up out of here. Get your ass back on here, AB. But guess what? Devin gonna punish you for that, boy. Yeah, I don't want to disrespect you, AB, because Devin is going to take care of you for that. Ryan, you heard it. We got somebody. Oh, yeah. Ryan, you don't show up, it's AB next. And I guarantee you, it's up. Yeah, it's up. Hold on.
Guess what? He's not a pay-per-view attraction.
Guess what? He's not a pay-per-view attraction.
Mayweather. Floyd, welcome back. We've missed you, Floyd.
Hey, how you doing? I'm not no former #1 pound-for-pound fighter. I'm just saying I'm the best fighter in the sport of boxing. No one has dethroned me, so how am I not pound-for-pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you retired?
But have I ever been beat?
But what happens is you informed Ring Magazine you were
once again,
retiring as welterweight champion.
I already forgot who I'm talking to. I'm talking to Brian Kenny, a guy who's never laced up gloves a day in his life, who don't know nothing about boxing.
Well, it's good to have you back in top form already. You retired. What, Floyd, you want to be a champion emeritus forever? You walked away. You actually retired.
We know you don't know nothing about boxing. Finish going.
Floyd, why come back now?
Why not? Why not? The sport needs the cash cow back, you know. We already know what I can generate. We already know what I can do in the sport, and we already know who's the face of boxing.
You waited over a year to come back.
And I've been gone from the sport, and what these fighters done since I've been gone, together in pay-per-view, out of all the fighters, haven't topped what I've done in 2 fights.
The pay-per-view has been pretty good for Manny Pacquiao fights lately, Floyd.
They still haven't topped what I've done in 2 fights.
Well, one was with Oscar De La Hoya, who was the cash king.
I'm the cash cow, please.
Not compared to Oscar De La Hoya. Have you drawn as much as Oscar De La Hoya in pay-per-view, Floyd?
De La Hoya been on pay-per-view 1,000 times. It took me 2 times, 3.5 million homes. Me, Floyd Mayweather.
No, with Oscar De La Hoya, though.
Oscar De La Hoya didn't do nothing. Did he win?
It was a split decision loss, as a matter of fact.
Come on, man.
But it was with him.
Once again, like I said before, once again, we're talking to Brian Kenny, a man of many traits, a master of nothing.
Floyd, you waited over a year to come back. Why not wait one more weekend until Pacquiao and Hatton was over and we knew the winner?
I don't have to wait for nobody. I move whenever I want to move. I don't have to wait for nobody. I move whenever I want to move.
Do you think about facing Pacquiao first in your first fight back?
My first fight back, Marquez is the guy that called me out, and after I think after the Pacquiao fight, they asked Pacquiao, Larry Merchant asked Pacquiao, did he want to fight? He talking about talk to his promoter. They didn't ask his promoter, they asked him, did he want to fight?
Well, lots of people call you out, including Oscar De La Hoya, for a rematch. Why didn't you rematch with Oscar?
I mean, right now, Oscar De La Hoya is promoting the fight. I think he's doing a hell of a job promoting the fight, him and Richard Schaefer. And I love doing business with Golden Boy Promotions.
I'm saying, Floyd, you always come back and you face the best. And I give you credit for that. When you moved up to lightweight, you faced Jose Luis Castillo right away. But why not face the guy that won the Pacquiao-Marquez fight?
Well, like I said before, Oscar De La Hoya is doing one hell of a job. We got Mayweather Promotions.
What does that have to do with what I just asked?
It's the past, the present, and the future of sports and entertainment. And I think that Leonard Ellerbe and Al Heyman is doing a hell of a job as my advisors.
Why not face the winner of the Pacquiao-Marquez fight?
I just answered your question.
No, you didn't. I must have missed it. What are you talking about?
I said Al Heyman and Leonard Ellerbe are my advisors, and they done one hell of a job with Floyd Mayweather's career.
So they didn't want you to face Pacquiao right away?
I'm not ducking and dodging nobody. You know what it is.
No, what is it? Is Bob Arum?
I got a list. Whenever it happens, it happens.
Is it because Pacquiao's promoter is Bob Arum? Is that the reason?
Well, you got to talk to Bob Arum, not me. I ain't gonna speak on. I don't got nothing to say about Bob Arum.
But if you're the cash king, you can make the call. If you come back and say I want Manny Pacquiao, that fight had happened, Floyd.
Once again, Bob Arum is Manny Pacquiao's boss. Floyd Mayweather is his own boss. And you heard them. They say they talking about they moving on. They want to fight somebody else. You know me. It don't matter who I fight.
Well, you had made the call before he fought Ricky Hatton, so he couldn't make a fight with you before he fought Hatton.
If Marquez is a fighter that's faced in front of me, that's who I'm focused on right now. If Pacquiao's in front of me and it's time to fight Pacquiao, then I take care of that also.
Floyd, Pacquiao just faced the last two guys you also faced. Who do you think was more impressive? You or Pacquiao?
What's up? What's up? Man, I just had to go through some shit right now. I'm sorry it took me so long to get on. Welcome to the Orthodox Tank Show. And this is a show that will prove in the future that whoever Floyd Mayweather touches, it's like the Midas touch. He touched Tank. He touched Devin Haney. He touched Canelo Alvarez. Gave him the blessing after he beat his ass. He touched, matter of fact, he actually, if you really want to think about it, is touching Kermel. Pause. It's 2024. I got to let you know I'm not about that though. And I don't play them type of games, but I understand you have to adapt and watch your words around these feminized men that look for sentences that are gay. So, pause. But anybody he is associated with, whether it's good or bad, gets publicity. And if he's promoting you, the same way I found out about Tank when I was in the penitentiary watching the sports TV was because of Floyd. When I heard Floyd Mayweather's name, I turned around from the poker table to see what they were saying on the TV. Yeah, I was playing Texas, losing my money, and needed a reason to turn around and check the TV because I'm smart. I know when to get up, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. Yeah, I turned around and I seen this young light-skinned nigga, you know what I'm saying, looked like he should be in here with us, a street nigga. Hood, got, you know what I'm saying, got Floyd's blessing. And I saw him put on a great performance that day, knocked the dude out real easy. And everybody in the day room was like, man, he was fighting a bum. Man, you know that motherfucker wasn't shit. I was like, yeah, man, but he still knocked that motherfucker out. How many niggas you ever knocked out? I said, he looked good doing it too. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I've been following Tank. Now, when I started hearing about Devin, and I started seeing all the footage with Devin with his father and Floyd Mayweather Sr. and Roger Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather giving him tutelage and training him, giving him game, I was like, who is this little young light-skinned nigga? You got two red niggas that can fight, little young niggas. Then I heard about they sparred. I heard the first time they sparred, Tank beat the shit out of young Devin because he was even younger than the second doghouse spawn. And I said, that's expected. But that motherfucker over there, I heard he fighting men, grown men in Mexico. So I was like, wow, these young niggas are gonna be top of the line. You can see it. So when they sparred again, I heard about that. And I heard that Devin Haney won the money and that The excuse was Tank got tired because he was hanging out with AB. And that's what AB said. No matter what happened, both of them guys are still young, and both of them guys sparred. It seemed like Devin got better because they walked out with the money. And now I'm pretty sure both of these guys have gotten even better. But when do you reach your plateau? And how do you know you reached your plateau? The only way you know you reached your plateau is when you stop doing things that are going to challenge you, and everything is easy. Everything is easy for you. You're not challenged, so you're not going to even know your full potential. Coach Calvin and everybody keep saying they haven't seen the best of Tank yet. Well, the only way to get great is to fight great. And I'm sorry, if you're beating up on your little brother in basketball in the backyard and you're, 30-0 against him, he never beat you, you can't brag about that. Because I'm going to come to your house and be like, play me. And you're going to be like, all right, shit. And I'm going to beat you. And you're going to make an excuse. Oh, man, I've been playing this nigga, man. You done made my game bad. Let me get me a little, run it back. Now you're playing a little harder. The game is more competitive, but I still beat you. Why? Because I've been around the corner playing with grown-ass men. These niggas, and you know what I'm saying, college or out of college or just coming to the basketball court to just play. I'm not playing with little kids. And when I play a kid, I can notice the difference. Kermel Moton is being put through what you call a Floyd Mayweather's blessing camp. He is the chosen one. He is the Orthodox Tank, because you have to understand that boxing has its limits and his time. If you're steadily fighting competition that fight fans are complaining about, except your fight fans, Tank, of course people are going to get tired. Even with slavery, you got some slave plantations, the slaves are happy because they say master treats them good. Then you got other slave plantations that have people like Nat Turner on there, and they're sick of this shit and they revolt. And you don't want a revolt, do you? You don't want people to go against you, do you? But do you care? Because Floyd loves the revulsion. It's a different type of revolt. Just like the revolt in Haiti, when they fought and killed for their freedom. And now there's a third world country because they fought and killed for their freedom. With Tank, man, hey, that's what it is. Because as soon as you lose, they got a new Tank just sitting in the background, waiting for his turn to shine. Oh yeah, he's a devastating puncher. He's the type of guy that you want in your ring, and you want to put him through certain said fights so you can make money off of him, just like you did Tank. Ain't that right, Floyd? I know.
Yeah, it's me.
It's
always gonna be me.
Fact. Y'all
Twice,
don't want to see
never
this shit
nice.
here. But I'm finna show
For
it to
all
you.
the blasphemers and non-believers out
You
there,
understand me?
this one for you.
It definitely need to be seen.
Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away. The AK spray daily. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my breath away. And I'll pray you find it. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away. And tell Rude no shot me. Burning them in hell. When I conversate, but I wait in time. Cause they say God made me. Burning them in hell. Burning, burning, burning them in hell. Burning, burning them in hell. Burning, burning, burning them in hell.
Purple haze on a beat.
Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away. The AK spray daily. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my breath away. And tell Rude no shot me. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away, and I'll pay you Friday. Burning them in hell. When I can't proceed, but I wait in time, cause they say God made me. Burning them in hell. Burning them in hell. Burning them in hell. Let's go. Yeah, it's me. I meant what I said when I said what I said. I say it again like I said it then, cause ain't no shame in my game. I do my thing from Frisco to Maine, from San Fran to Japan. Yeah, it's all about the money game with me. Yeah. Shout out to all the killers out there, all the hustlers out there. If you got a 9 to 5, keep working. It's all work, baby. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away and tell the road north shot me. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my breath away. The AK spray daily. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away, and I'll pay you Friday. Burning them in hell. When the convoy sick, but it waits in time, cause they say God made me. Part twice, 11-9.
Blood, Eric, look at this mother lover face. I'm talking about blood. He look like a monster movie.
They thought this shit was sweet.
They thought that shit was sweet. They thought this shit was sweet.
Thought that shit was sweet.
Part twice, I see.
They thought the shit was super sweet. They thought the shit was sweet. They thought the shit was super sweet. They thought the shit was super sweet. Yeah, they thought the shit was sweet. Yeah, they thought the shit was super sweet. Thought the shit was sweet. Thought the shit was super sweet. Thought the shit was super sweet. Because I tried to keep the peace.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get all of this money in the streets. Niggas beef, then they go to war. Somebody gon' die, yeah. Fuck the police, we gon' shoot you every time, yeah.
They think it's sweet over there for Kermel, huh? Hey, man, watch out, Tank. Watch out, they grooming this young nigga, man. Just like they groomed you, G. So you know what time it is. So it's time for you to fight legacy fights, because they finna get him the same trash they sent you. Yeah, man, he had a close call this last one, man, even though the guy was, you know what I'm saying, not on his level, man. He was catching Kermel. And you can't take those type of punches against elite fighters, Kermel. I know you tough, and you got a chin. You proved you got a chin, but shit, man. When they start putting you in there against higher level of competition, I don't think you'll be able to take them shots. Now, you got lucky, man, and you caught a couple of clean ones from this guy, man. And I don't think you can take no shots like that from somebody on the caliber of Tank level. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna get there because you only 18. You ain't even grew into your grown man body yet. Once this nigga turn 21, 22, it's gonna be a problem. Matter of fact, not even 21, 22, next year. Next year, man. 19, 20 years old, G. Kermel gonna be a problem. You know, and they gonna send him through the ringer just like all boxers do. Look at Jerron Ennis, man. He ain't really fought nobody but what, Lafayette and Rivera. I mean, what's that guy name that he fought? And he punished him, but he's not no skillful boxer. He's a tough guy. Give me your best shot, yeah. That's all that is. You know, so we really can't gauge what Boots got. We just see his toolbox. We seen Tank's toolbox. We see Kermel's toolbox. But we ain't seen them use them tools against someone with the same tools. Now we seen Earl's toolbox against Terrence Crawford's toolbox, and you seen that Terrence Crawford had more tools in his toolbox. For whatever reason, we're not gonna make no excuses. He won that fight, and it was by skill. You know, it was by skill and power. I really, truly see Kermel's skill and power. I just think he needs to be polished up a little more. There's a lot of great prospects out there in boxing, man, that nobody talks about. But the fact that Kermel is a warrior and will take a shot and has proven that he has a chin is more than what Shakur has done. And Shakur is my favorite fighter, but no one has really tested his chin like Tank and Kermel and Devin Haney's chin has been tested. Everybody's chin has been tested except for Shakur's chin. And that is the problem and a great blessing at the same time. Because if you never had your chin checked responsibly with power from an elite fighter or an average fighter or a B-level fighter, then we don't really know what you made of. We know what Tank made of. We know what Kermel made of. Now, this man took a hellified shot more than once, maybe 4 or 5 times in this fight. Took body work and still kept thumping. And that's what I like to see. And that's why I would pay for a Kermel fight as soon as he fights anybody with importance. But you have to understand the trend. You got to see the trends. It's an 18-year-old having a birthday every day. You got an 18-year-old having a birthday every day in America. And there's plenty of hungry young niggas out there waiting for a paycheck and don't give a damn, and they will sign on the dotted line. I guarantee you. But when you have handlers like Floyd Money Mayweather, man, you're destined for greatness because, like I said, it's the Midas touch. Anything he touched turns to gold, whether it's for the good or for the bad. Who's to say that him and Devin Haney and Bill ain't in cahoots? I don't know, because all publicity is good publicity. Of course they knew Devin was getting beat up on that sparring footage. They were there. He took the punches. They won the money. Of course they know if the tape dropped, it'll be edited. So what? Maybe it all is planned for a future event. You Negroes are so worried about 24. What about 2025? Because I see the trend and the pattern. If Tank gets past Frank, oh man, it's back to the Migo tour. They got a lot of Migos lined up for Tank. And there's a lot of black prospects out there that should be getting a shot. But we ain't gonna cry about that. Fuck that. Hey, Andy Cruz, remember, you got a son out there that's talking shit to everybody else. Yeah, Keyshawn, you talk shit to everybody else. At the same time, Andy Cruz is calling you his son. So what's the business? We got prospects out here talking bad about you. Hell, we got, oh yeah, look at that blood. Hey man, we got your guy talking real reckless about you as well, Keyshawn. Yes, Raymond Murataya said you are easy work and that you are not on his level. Even though Raymond Murataya got dropped by Humberto, and he got up and handled his business, but he got dropped by Humberto. So don't miss me with that. I want to see Kermel develop more. I think that he has a lot of power, a lot of skill set, and he's under the tutelage of the greatest of this era, at least. And I want to see that transform maybe another year and then put him in there with a top gun and see what he do, because right now I don't think he ready. Too many defensive lapses trying to be a killer. You got to understand competition level is there for a reason. This is a sport at the end of the day. Somebody saw somebody fighting out there back in the early days and said, hey man, we can monetize that, right? But it was always a sport first. And by it being a sport first, you have to respect that. You have to respect that when they get into that ring, after all the negotiations are settled, they get in that ring and risk their lives and could die from blows to the head. So I'm cool with you guys getting your little money, man. And I'm cool with you padding these guys' resumes up with easy fights. You know, the matchmakers are really, really great in boxing because they know who to put in front of who if they want to save a career or build a career or destroy a career. Now, I told y'all about Spence versus Boots, right? Long time ago. Way before the Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence fight. Even when Terrence Crawford fought David Avenesian, I was talking about Spence versus Boots because I thought Spence would beat Terrence Crawford. I was wrong. But that don't mean I still don't want to see Spence versus Boots. I'm not flippity floppity like you guys are. I don't give up on my black boxing greats like you guys do. I still love Mike Tyson and want him to beat Jake Paul's ass. So therefore, I still love Earl the True Spence, and I want to see a great fight. I don't know if he'll beat Boots, but so fucking what? You can't win them all, man. Even the greatest fall sometimes, but they give us great fights. They give us great fights.
We gon' ride on them hoes. Southside, we gon' ride on them hoes. Southside, we gon' ride on them hoes. Southside, we gon' ride on them hoes.
Yeah, it's me. It's always gonna be me. Part twice, never nice. It's for all the blasphemers and non-believers out there. This one for you, yeah. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away. The AK spray daily. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my breath away. And I'll pray you find it. Burning them in hell.
Oh yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I mean, you know, we love to see knockouts and KOs, right? But this is what Floyd did at the end of his career. He flipped the script on you guys. You know, he gave you the Arturo Gottis and all that, you know, but he realized that, man, your brain is not supposed to be touched. That's why, you know, you're not supposed, you have a skull for a reason, man. The brain is not meant to be touched or shooken. So it has a skull to protect it. So when you got guys going in there gung-ho with that, and they taking blows, man, that's not really smart. And it'll affect you eventually in this game. Why do you think running backs in the NFL have shorter careers than quarterbacks? Why do you think people put their children in baseball instead of football? And you can play into your 40s and maybe 50 if you're a baseball player, man, if you still take care of yourself. Look at Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, and then you look at the careers of the boxers that are mighty warriors and take the blows to the head. They're brain damaged. They're ruined for life. And anybody knows if you drink alcohol or ingest a lot of sugar, it transforms the shape and the dimensions of your brain, and it affects it. Same with a blow. Same with a blow to the head, whether it's a jab or hook or an uppercut or flying through a car window. Different levels of brain damage in boxing all throughout the sport. Hell, look at Rolly. He said, "Happy Easter" after the fight when she asked him what happened. He thought for 30 seconds trying to think of a lie, but couldn't. The resurrection, that's what he said. Happy Easter. Pray for Rolly. But the only other fight I want to see Rolly in is a Barrios. I mean, not a Barroso fight. So, blood. Revenge. They're going to give Tim Tszyu a rematch because I'm pretty sure that they want to protect their money as long as they can. Hey man, this man had 11 days. He's going to say it's not fair. And he's going to get in the ring with Pandora again. And this time it's going to be a better fight. He might win, he might not if he doesn't get off that line. You boxing experts never said nothing about Tszyu not getting off that line and trying to load up with an overhand right the whole fight. And when he finally bull rushed in, not realizing this man is a giant, his elbows are where they're supposed to be. He has his hands up to his face. His elbows are where they're supposed to be. You ran into the elbow, sir, and split your wig at the worst time of a fight. Trying to figure out a giant. And when you thought you did, you ran into an elbow and you start gushing blood. You already split his nose. He couldn't breathe. Now you can't see, sir. And you stayed on that line for the end of the duration of the fight. Only time you ducked the punches when you were leaning and trying to get away from that jab. Other than that, no IQ for me. I didn't see it. I didn't see no great footwork from either fighter. I did see Fundora backing up and working the wheel like Charlo. And that devastated Tim Tszyu because he couldn't see. Every time he wiped his blood from his eye, he should have took a shot to the head and then to the body and then back up top. But his corner never told Fundora to do that. He can't see. So the boxing IQ for both guys are questionable. But they are tough. Anybody that goes through a bloodbath and still keeps fighting is tough to me. Taking blows, trying to prove you're macho. Yeah. Hey man, if you take a blow, that's not good. That's why Olympics score by points. Just being touched is the point. I mean, hey, you don't see a lot of knockouts in the Olympics. When you're a professional, you're more polished, you're more skilled, you have more power, more technique. These skilled fighters, man, like Jaron Ennis will be ducked in history books. Just like Charlie Burley was ducked by Sugar Ray Robinson. These fights just may never happen. Remember Winky Wright? Yeah, that fucked up contract Floyd sent them. This shit's been happening. They've been sending reverse duck contracts out there. Shit contracts that you know damn well I just beat Shane Mosley and Felix Trinidad, and you gonna send me this to feed my family and my crew and pay for a camp? Nah, I'll pass, man. I'm not no hoe. And some people stand on that, so certain parts of ducking is acceptable, right? Because you guys show enough excuse every time you see somebody that you don't want to see your fighter fight, say he's not a pay-per-view attraction. And I really hate playing that shit, man, but that's Floyd's fault, G.
Guess what? He's not a pay-per-view attraction.
Guess what? He's not a pay-per-view attraction.
Mayweather.
He's not a pay-per-view attraction. Who's repeating those same sentences? Because the show ain't Boots fans and the show ain't Shakur fans. Because they are not no pay-per-view attraction. Who is the pay-per-view attraction at 135? Name them all. Tank. Who's the pay-per-view attraction at 140? Name them all. Who's the pay-per-view attraction at 147? Name them all. Right now, it's supposed to be who? But he's moving up to where? 154. So when you talk about he's not a pay-per-view attraction, who the fuck is a pay-per-view attraction at 135 other than Tank Davis? And who the fuck is a pay-per-view attraction at 140? Who's the fucking pay-per-view attraction y'all niggas are talking about? Who? Where? We need them niggas to fight each other so we can get some good fights. Because all I see is a whole bunch of Migos getting a payday and bringing that money back to Mexico because money in America is worth more. So when you bring that money to Mexico, say you get $100,000 for a fight if you're a Mexican. Oh, yes. That is a lot more money if you send it home. Oh, how many niggas went to Jamaica? You ever took a trip to Jamaica and you brought yourself a couple $1,000, then you lived like a king? Didn't you? Didn't you go to the locals and be like, hey man, I just want to, $100 worth of weed. Here you go. How much weed did they bring you back? A big ass grocery bag, didn't it? Please, unless you got pimped. $100 in Jamaica. You know how much money that is? $100 in Mexico. You know how much money that is? It's nothing over here. $100 over here is like $80 over here after they tax you. Hey man, we got a lot of young niggas coming up and it's gonna be a lot of clocks getting ticked. It's going to be a lot of clock ticking out here because time is running out. And like I said, it's an 18-year-old having a birthday every day. And they hungry. And they out there in these streets. And I told y'all, man, it is a difference. Now, you can come up in Nevada, have 3 meals a day, not worry about crime, not worry about where you're going to go to school and get beat up or shot. Or you can come up in the ghetto and be eating sugar bread and sugar toast for lunch. You ain't got nothing but beans and rice in the refrigerator for 3 days straight, and your mama telling you better eat that shit. There ain't nothing else in here. You balling up pieces of bread, making it look like marshmallows because you're hungry and you're drinking water. That's a different hunger. Police go outside, you don't know if they trying to fuck you off or not. You ain't got no drugs on you, still looking in your rearview mirror. How many of y'all do that every day? How many of y'all niggas had 3 meals yesterday? So miss me that. These niggas get offered a contract, they gonna take it. How the fuck you know they ain't gonna take the contract? Tank send the contract, Tank send it. I know you gonna give a nigga 2%. Send it. I want that 2. How you know I ain't gonna take it? He's not a pay-per-view attraction. He wants too much. How do you motherfucking know? Send it to me. You better send it, nigga. I'ma take it. Yeah, you fucking right I ain't gonna take no goddamn weak-ass contract from Devin Haney. You fucking right I ain't taking no weak-ass contract from fucking Shakur Stevenson. But if a weak-ass contract comes from Tank Davis, I'ma take it. Man, Earl, you might as well fight Boots. Because Terrence Crawford ain't gonna fight no Boots. Terrence Crawford ain't gonna fight no Boots. Spencer fight Boots before Terrence Crawford, man. Believe that. You better believe it. They already been talking shit to each other. He called that man a puppy. So you know Boots wanna get his hands on him, don't he? I think it'll be a great fight. I still want to see it. I don't care what you Negroes say, because I don't think Fundora is going to fight neither one of them niggas. So now what? Who you got next on the line? And if you beat Boots, don't you know how fucking legendary you are? Because he's a fucking boogeyman. And nobody's seen him fight nobody except some B-level fighters. Just like Tank. Just like a lot of these guys, man. Who's the pay-per-view attraction at 135? It's Tank. Ain't nobody else a pay-per-view attraction up there. And if you really want to think about it, at 140, the only one really selling pay-per-views is Devin Haney. And he's not a real pay-per-view attraction. But at least he does pay-per-views. And niggas are out there hating on him, hoping he doesn't become a pay-per-view attraction. That's crazy to me. How can you ever want to talk bad about another man getting money? How would you like to go out there and start hustling and a motherfucker say, man, you ain't finna make no money? You'll be ready to say, fuck you, nigga, what's up? Or pull your strap, because niggas don't fight no more. How would you feel? Why wouldn't you call your son the best? Ain't that what you tell your children? So why the fuck is it a problem for Bill Haney believing in his son, even though he has a slick-ass mouth? And niggas hate to hear him talk, but it's entertainment, G. You gotta have bad guys in everything you do. You gotta have bad guys in wrestling. You gotta have bad guys in NBA, NFL. They tried to make Marshawn Lynch a bad guy, remember? He took it and he embraced it and still came through as a legendary running back that should have got the ball in the Super Bowl. Worst play call in history. History books are there forever. History books don't go nowhere. Even when you try to hide the truth, it comes out to light. Yeah, it comes out. And you can't hide nothing from a documentation. When I'm documenting something with my voice, it's there forever. It's there forever. And when you say pay-per-view attraction, man, who's a pay-per-view attraction nowadays? It's only a few. How many pay-per-view attractions are in 135? One. How many pay-per-view attractions are at 140? It's not really none, unless you want to call Devin a pay-per-view attraction. At least he is doing pay-per-views. Who else? Y'all got to help me out, because I've been going through some shit lately, man. I ain't really been on my shit, man. I've been having to work overtime. I can't really do nothing but listen to a lot of bullshit jibber-jabber that's not really making sense. But who is the pay-per-view attraction y'all niggas are talking about? Especially at 135, especially at 140, and especially since everybody's moving to 154 at 147. Who's the pay-per-view attraction? You gotta talk to me, because I'm curious. I wants to know. I really do, man. Because if you say you're not gonna fight him because he's not a pay-per-view attraction, that means you ain't fighting nobody then.
Guess what? He's not a pay-per-view attraction.
Guess what? He's not a pay-per-view.
He's not a pay-per-view. Who? Let's name him. Let's go down the list. And name all the pay-per-view attractions starting at 135. Go. Do 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 do. Bing. Tank Davis. All right, yay! How much I'm winning? Nothing, nigga. Just go on to the next question. Okay. Who's the pay-per-view attraction at 140? Do do do. Somebody type it in the chat. Do, boom boom boom. I'm playing by myself. Boom 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 boom. You niggas some haters. Boom 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 boom. Please hit the like button. You got to answer the question. Who's the pay-per-view attraction at 140? I got to answer this. Yes, you do. Devin Haney? Bing! Ding, 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 ding. You got it. He's the only motherfucker really selling pay-per-views at 140. Even though it's some shit. And you Negroes don't want him to sell no pay-per-views. That's crazy to me, but yeah. He's the only one really doing pay-per-views at 140, ain't he? Tell me, because I'm confused. I don't know. It might be some more niggas. I might have missed them fights. Yeah, I might have missed them fights, man. All right, next question, man. I ain't going to win no money. I like playing the game, but fuck it. No, you're not going to win no money playing this game, buddy. But you're doing good. You're doing great. Next question. Who's the pay-per-view attraction at 147? Do, 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 do. Come on. Do, 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 do. Earl Spence. Wait a minute, man. Earl Spence at 147, ain't he? Yeah, but he trying to go to 147. You ain't said nothing about no trying. You said 147. He ain't went up there and fought yet. Earl Spence is the pay-per-view attraction at 147. Now, won't you stop playing with me and listen to the song?
Super sweet, super sweet, super sweet, super sweet, super sweet, sweet, super sweet, super 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 sweet, super sweet, super 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 sweet, super sweet, super super sweet, super 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 sweet, super 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 sweet, super super sweet, super 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 sweet, super 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 sweet, yes, super super sweet, super 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 sweet, super 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 sweet, super 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 sweet.
Man, they thought this shit is not sweet at all whatsoever. I'm so sick of you Negroes not hitting my like button. It's really getting to me. You ain't sharing my videos. I can't see your videos and critique them motherfuckers. You Negroes ain't nothing. Yeah, Earl Spence lose. You calling him shit. You saying he need to retire. I said he needed to retire because of brain damage, but you said he need to retire because you feel like his skills are diminished. Now that he trying to fight somebody, you said Mr. No Tune-Up, y'all don't want him to fight nobody. Y'all want him to fight a real live bomb. And this man don't want to fight no bombs. Y'all don't understand his mind frame. And that's crazy to me. You don't understand the mind frame of a man like Jerron Boots Ennis. That's crazy to me. You don't understand the mind frame of a nigga like Shakur Stevenson. That's crazy to me. Before this man stopped calling people names out, he was calling everybody's names out. And y'all said he was clout chasing. He's a youngster, so of course he gonna fall to peer pressure and stop saying niggas' names because he don't want to be seen as a clout chaser. Hey man, I grew up when motherfuckers call you out, you gotta say something, G. Or else they gonna say you soft. But now you can use money to hide behind. And hey, I always used to hate niggas that had a lot of money. And we knew them niggas was soft, but had a whole bunch of niggas to help them fight. Them niggas is the worst to me. Yeah, you using your clout to motherfucking hold a strong arm in the community. And that's why they end up usually getting robbed or murdered. It's a well-known fact that people don't like that death. Yeah, man, but you know what? God don't like ugly. You keep on ducking these killers. They gonna turn 19, 20, 21 one day, and you're gonna be, what, 34, 35, 36 one day. And you're gonna be like, damn, I can't fight nobody else. I guess I gotta fight a killer. And it might be an unknown killer. These prospects are out there lurking. It's an 18-year-old having a birthday every day of the world, of the year, until forever, until they stop reproducing in the world below. Andy Cruz is a great guy to, you know, test your skills out with. He has the Cuban style. And now he's over there training with Bozy. And you all know what Bozy do. He put them boys to work. Phenoms. Keyshawn Davis ducking him. How about that? I said it. Ooh, Abdullah Mason. Don't nobody want to fight that young nigga. He 12-0 with 10 KOs, ain't he? Real live skill, technician. And it'll hurt you. Prospect, but he's too young, right? I know that's right. Everybody that Tank fought, he'll beat that. Rolly, all them boys. People say Pitbull. Okay, cool. This nigga don't throw jabs. You can't never let a motherfucking brawler beat you that don't throw any jabs. That means your IQ level is very low. And Tank's IQ level is very high. So of course he handled them with one hand. Please. That should let you know the skill levels. But a technician with boxing skill and footwork that can get out of trouble, no chance whatsoever. And then I hear guys talking about, he need to fight Shakur. Shakur need to fight him. For what? He ducked Shakur. Please. Shakur tried to fight this guy. Stop it, I say. Too much hate and not enough love. That's the new Orthodox Tank. That's the Tank that's the new guy they're gonna put up in the forefront, build him up just like they did Tank. You gotta keep the money rolling. Hell, they even got another backup Tank that looked just like Tank. A little ugly short motherfucker they had throwing punches on the bag. They got plenty of them niggas having a birthday every day. 18 years old. It's one of them birthday parties every day. And they got plenty of young niggas out the hood that starving like Marvin and ready to get in there and give it they all and be like Tank. In my days, we wanted to be like Mike, Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson. Nowadays, people want to be like Tank. There's no problem with that because he's a knockout artist. And that's what we love. We love blood and knockouts. And why wouldn't you want to see two killers in the ring, man? I despise boxing fans that want to see a blowout. You want to see a mismatch. You want to see your favorite fighter just drop somebody like we used to want to see Tyson beat him in the first round. We were making bets on back in the days on whether it would go 2 or 3. Ain't that a bitch? And now people are betting on Tank to beat Frank in 6. People are making bets on Tank to knock Frank out in 7. And people are making bets for Tank to knock Frank out in 8. 8 is great, but damn, knockout? Like Mike Tyson knockout, Mike Tyson punch out? Devastating, man. We know these guys got power, but damn. No confidence whatsoever in Frank, huh? Well, on to the next, right? Since he's gonna get knocked out, who's next? Fuck it, let's play chess. Let's play chess. Who's next? Because if it's a show enough crystal ball, you niggas got crystal balls out here, but still ain't won the lottery. He's gonna knock out Frank. What's next? Last chance to win your spring awards. It's gonna get summertime. It's gonna be too hot. Hot. Somebody make it hot for me. Who's next? Because we got a lot of prospects out here, but we know. Remember when Floyd was like, man, we have a great relationship with Golden Boy. You know why? Because they got what we want, and you got what I want. Oh. Yes, they got the Mexican fighters, and we got the niggas. Black and brown always will sell. I'm sorry. Yes, man. They put the beef on camera. So what, man? Oscar gave Floyd the chance to dance. And he became a pay-per-view attraction and was able to say all the bullshit like this.
Guess what? He's not a pay-per-view attraction.
Guess what? He's not a pay-per-view attraction.
He's not, please. Of course he's not. And I have yet to see you guys tap into the chat and name all the pay-per-view attractions at 135. It's only one. And you ain't named Nam in 140. Who's the pay-per-view attraction at 140? It ain't Matias. He ain't sold no pay-per-views. Hell, it ain't Rolly for sure. He's a victim of pay-per-views. Now, if you're talking about victims of pay-per-views, we can go down the line. Oh, yeah, who was a great victim in 135 on the pay-per-view? We can go down the line. Who was a victim at pay-per-view at 140? Brother, it's a lot of victims, but who is the PPV attraction? It's only Tank, even if he moves up to 140, brother. And if Tank moves up to 140 without, let me repeat that. Because I'm for real. If Tank moves up to 140 and don't fight Devin, the Dream Haney, he's a duck. I said it. What you gonna do about it? You gonna find my address and come beat me up or shoot and kill me? Or call me all kind of dummies and crazy? And I don't know about boxing. That's what you gonna do? So what? Come and give it to me. And I'm gonna give it right back to you. And it's gonna be something that you didn't expect. I meant what I said when I said what I said. I say it again like I said it then, because ain't no shame in my game. I do my thing from Frisco to Maine, from San Fran to Japan. It's all about the money game with me too. Like, share, and subscribe. You know the vibe. If Tank Davis goes up to 140, brother, and fights Pitbull or anybody else other than Devin Haney, is a duck. Now, you got all type of variations of ducks. You got some ducks that are acceptable in boxing, and you got some ducks that are not acceptable in boxing. The only duck that I don't like is two types of ducks. I said it before on my live. Number one is ducking your mandatory, unless you have a big pay-per-view fight, like with Tank or something, or with Canelo. You understand? Or Deontay Wilder. You know, somebody that, you know, can get you some money. The other type of duck It's when niggas are in a weight division that you used to be in and they went up, calling you out, and you never sent them a contract, but all of a sudden your fans saying he's too big, he's a 160 pounder. Yet and still you motherfuckers say you'll beat Terrence Crawford, say you spar middleweights, and you're knocking niggas out. If you go up, just like you went up before to beat Mario Barrios, a cold punching bag, I love him, but he's a punching bag. If you go up and fight anybody other than Devin Haney, you a duck. Duck, duck, goose. Yeah, you a duck, nigga. And I said it, and I'll play it again, nigga. You ain't got to keep repeating myself because my word is law, right? If you a man and you say something and you really mean it in your spirit and in your heart and your soul, you do not have to repeat yourself, especially if they heard you, because it's in the universe. It's in their spirit. It's in their heart. So tell somebody all this pit bull mania is hype. And if that's what y'all using, because I remember Coach Calvin saying, as the world returns, when they asked him about who Tank had next, before we knew about Frank, I already knew he was going to fight Frank. I'm just letting y'all know that. I made a post about it 6 months ago. But when he asked him, Coach Calvin said, as the world returns. Who's returning? It can't be Ryan, because he's about to get destroyed if he makes the fight. I wouldn't put it past Ryan Garcia the night of the fight he drops. Remember that nigga got all the way in the ring and left Jabba out in that motherfucker looking crazy and walked out the ring? Nigga, anything can happen. Don't be telling me that ain't gonna happen. You ain't got no crystal ball. If you do, you ain't gave me the lottery numbers yet, and you're lying. You're just guessing and hoping and crossing your nuts. I said it. That's a term we used to use back in the day. You niggas got your nuts crossed on me. Yeah, ain't nothing gay about that, so I ain't saying pause. Yeah, you got your nuts crossed. You Negroes on these YouTube channels go around and debate on whether or not another man is supposed to get money. Yet and still, you might have a business out there that you're running to feed your family and will hate and ready to pull your gun if somebody came up to your establishment and said, man, you ain't finna make no money in here. Man, this shit trash, you feeding these niggas in here if you got a restaurant. Man, I hope that nigga don't make no motherfucking money. I don't want to see them niggas with shit. Who think like that? Hood rats. And who raised these niggas, man? Hood rats. That's a hood rat state of mind. Man, I hope that nigga don't sell 100,000 pay-per-view, man. Fuck that nigga. Why? It's his daddy you don't like, right? Man, get out of here. Miss me with that weak ass shit, man. Because I'm black first. And a boxing fan second. And can't spend damn red penny these niggas make. I'm the one giving it to them. G. So why the fuck can't I complain? I already know what's finna happen with Kermel. The same thing that happened with Tank. He finna fight a whole bunch of Migos. Yes, that's the pattern. And it's been like that before Floyd, and it's gonna be like that after Floyd. It's gonna be like that forever because black and brown sells, and it's been like that since the beginning of time. Remember Jack Johnson? Man, that motherfucker would not fight the elite black slaves that had just got freed. He was fighting all the white boys because that's where the money was. Because white versus black sells. And they always gonna be looking for the great white hype. And if they can't get the great white hope, they're gonna get what's closest, the brown. And they can beat a nigga, yes. And if we gotta have a black on black fight, we want the red to win. Remember the paper bag test? Even our own kind discriminated against us. You couldn't get in certain sororities if you couldn't pass the paper bag test. But y'all think that's not relevant in the black community. Sorry, white people, this is our discussion. Colorism, opportunities. Terrence Crawford can't get the opportunities. He's a dark-skinned brother, but he's pound for pound #1 and can beat everybody's ass, right? So why isn't he getting the big fights? That's what he is going through. That's why he sued Bob Arum. And I think that move fucked his career up. Because he was already getting talked about on national TV. I could have bought a house in Hollywood. Oh, all kind of money. The only thing he didn't say was nigga. But you can't prove racism. You can't prove it. So when you file a lawsuit saying he's racist, they looking at you like, that stuff ass nigga. Hell no. My daddy used to own slaves. He don't even know that. My granddaddy owned slaves. Fuck him. We ain't never gonna pay him. We gonna talk to him and make him drop the lawsuit. And then after he dropped the lawsuit, we're gonna give him a little and then fuck him. Any type of big fight come up, we gonna block it. Man, they in cahoots with each other, man. When you go to your boss on your job after another supervisor talk shit to you and you go complain to HR and all that, don't you know they all in cahoots? Unless that man really violated you, you're not going to get no justice. And you're not supposed to record in the job because you're not supposed to have phones. So if all these guys are on the same team like the police, I don't give a fuck. It ain't no such thing as a good police, for real, because you got the code of blue. If you see a man beating on another man, you can't run over there. Hey, man, stop choking George Floyd like that. Well, he gonna look at you like, what? This is a gang, nigga. We wear blue. You supposed to ride with me. And if we go to court, you supposed to roll and say what was supposed to be said. Get off me and let me finish choking this nigga. Rodney King, all them boys. So if you are CO in prison and you known on the streets as being cool as fuck, that lieutenant say, hey, go shake down room 35, you got to go do it. I don't care how cool you is, man. They just making me do my job, dog. That's what Rick Ross used to say to the niggas in lockdown. When he tell them niggas, lockdown, shake down, everybody out the room. Man, goddamn, man, nigga. Nigga got cell phones, weed, everything in there. That nigga gonna take that shit and turn it in to the lieutenant and you going to the shoe. With this cool ass nigga on the street smoking and drinking with you niggas. Man, I'm just doing my job. Shake down Shorty. We beat that nigga at Jazz Co. in Jacksonville. If y'all niggas in my age group, y'all know who Shake Down Shorty if you from Duval County. Shake Down Shorty come in your room, tear everything up. Throw everything on the floor, knowing you ain't got shit in there, and you got to clean that shit up and talk shit to you on the way out the door. Nigga, don't you know? Man, what's going on with Tank? What ain't going on with Tank? He got to fight with Frank. And everybody picking Tank to knock Frank out in round 6 or 7. You understand me? So now they trying to say, who is this, Cepeda? Man, you know he's going to go on a Mexican tour after he beats Frank. And we all know it. And I'm just saying Carmel is the next one up because he's been touched by Floyd. And they're going to do the same thing they did with Tank, put him through a whole line of Mexican fighters and European fighters to build his resume up. And everybody will be like, that's the Orthodox Tank. Certain similarities. They both light-skinned. They both have power, which is one Orthodox and one's not. One from another city, black city, and one from another black city. Both of them came up under Floyd. Floyd couldn't get his hands really fully on Devin Haney because he had a father in his life. You understand me? And wouldn't let Devin go. Tank up there preparing for a Frank Martin fight that everybody's predicting him. They got a crystal ball to say he's going to knock him out, so fuck it. Let's look past Frank Martin. That's all I'm saying. Who he got next? Who is it? Cepeda? I remember Cepeda was talking shit about Shakur, but now you want to fight who? Tank? I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just trying to figure out, and I need you guys to help. You say, I'm with Tanks and you right now. What that mean, bro? Brother, retype it. I don't know. I'm with Tanks and you right now. Definitely don't make sense to me, so I'm going to just chill out. I don't know if you're trolling or not. I ain't said nothing false about Tank Davis. I can run down the resume, and we just seen Rolly get rolled up by a man that throws 1 to 2 jabs per round. Yeah, Rolly got rolled up and smoked by what he calls a midget with averaging 1 to 2 jabs per round. You go back and watch my live when I watched that Rolly Pitbull fight and that Fundora fight. I counted all the jabs in each round. And I rarely got to 3 each round. So if you can't game plan for that and you done left your coach bullet on dry, you deserve to lose. But I didn't want Pitbull to beat him. I wanted Barroso to get his revenge like El Rayo is. And I just know for a fact that after Tank finishes Frank, like you guys say, I hope it goes 12. I'm just keeping it real. At the same time, I want Tank to win, but I just hope it goes 12. I don't want to get shortchanged. He say, I'm with Tank, and they going to give that little dude some no-name fighters. Yeah, of course. But that's how you do it. You don't do it no other way, because you seen what happened. You seen what happened to him when he had his last fight. Yakko! You can't do that against no elite fighter, bro. You can't do that. I don't care what you say. And you, especially against an A-level fighter. Ryan, I've been saying this about Ryan for 2 years, maybe a little more. He's a YouTube fighter. And I never respected his skills. I only respect his heart. He got heart. I have never, ever seen a Mexican fighter that didn't care about getting beat up. I never met one. I'm sorry. Prove me wrong. Julio Cesar Chavez takes plenty punches. Mario Barrio takes plenty punches. Pitbull Cruz takes plenty punches. Bloodbath, Pandora. I mean, he might not be Mexican. I'm talking about Latino fighters from the Mexican descent or that South American country. You know, you got some Caribbean Latinos that don't like to get hit in the face. But as far as Mexican, you know, anywhere in South America, those fighters, even the American Mexicans, give me your best shot. You got Ryan winning? Come on, man. You got... Hey, man, that's your opinion. But tell me, how do you see him beating Devin Haney? It's kind of hard for you to say that, because looking at the track record for that, Ryan, man, all he got is a left hook and heart. You say he got speed. Everybody got speed. Everybody really got speed in boxing. So some have more than others. But as far as Ryan beating Devin, I don't know. That'll be a puncher's chance. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll say, okay, we got a man sticking to his guns, and I ain't gonna try to change your opinion about it. You understand me? If you feel like I told y'all when he fought Tank, I say, man, I know Tank gonna drop this man in probably 6 or 7 rounds, but I want to see a good fight. And that's what the fuck Ryan did, man. And that's why I like Ryan. That's why he good for boxing. Same with Rolly. You know he's a bum, but he's good for boxing because he's what? An entertainer. Same with Donald Trump. You know he ain't no motherfucking politician, but what? He's an entertainer. They told us when we was growing up, you can be anything you want to be. He working with Floyd. Man, Kermel is going to be a problem. He just not ready yet. And you saying Ryan working with Floyd? That don't mean shit. That don't mean a fuck thing, man. Listen, it's hard to teach old dogs new tricks. It's hard. Like, even with Earl Spence, who you finna train with now that you ain't with Derrick James, G? And I don't see the difference between AJ when he switched camps and he flipped the script and got out of there. So who you gonna fight like? You training with Floyd, that's cool, but it's better for a youngster to be training with Floyd. This man ain't even 18, is he? So, you know, he called Tank when he was very, very, very young. And he had Devin Haney when he was very, very, very young, man. You know? So these type of training will stick to you more than if you're set in your ways. Like, I can train Orthodox all I want to. I'm uncomfortable like that, so it'll take time for me to get used to leading with my left hand, right? So That's with anything. So you know what I do? When I eat, I try to eat with my left hand. When I grab something and I grab it with my right hand, I'll switch hands and hold it with my left. So it helps me, you know, with my left, my mental. But Ryan, no. He's already unstable. And we saw this with the Pacquiao thing. You know, I'm finna fight Pacquiao. Yes. And what Pacquiao say? No, you lying. I ain't never talked to you niggas. Stop saying my name. Now that's clout chasing. You know, I'm not mad at him for doing what he did, but Pacquiao didn't want to fight, so you had to give it up. And you lied saying that y'all had a fight maybe. Now, if you'd have been like, man, I want to fight Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? I think that'll be a great fight. That's not clout chasing to me. Now, you saying y'all making posters and shit, that's clout chasing. You know, a motherfucker calling you out saying he want to fight you is not clout chasing, G. I'm sorry. And if a man gets, after the fight, when they ask you who you want to fight, you supposed to say something. You supposed to say a name, but now you got these guys scared to say names because they don't want to be labeled a clout chaser. That's bullshit. You need to tell the announcer, stop asking who you gonna fight next after the fight. If I'm gonna keep hearing, man, I'll fight anybody. I don't care who it is. I'll fight anybody. I'll fight you. I'm not a boxer. I never will be. It's too late in the game for me. I don't even want to get hit in the face. That's why we keep fire tucked. But we love watching it. And if you can't ask that question after the fight, man, you done changed the game yourself. You Negroes are changing the game. Yet and still you'll hear Raymond Morataya call out a man like Shakur Stevenson and say that Keyshawn Davis ain't on his level and it'll be an easy win. Yet and still you let Humberto drop you with a simple combination that every boxer practice. And you had a fight and you really didn't look that good in it, but you got boxing fans that really had their nuts crossed against Shakur saying that you did a good job that night. Ain't that a bitch? Please. I said that Camaro needed more defense on one of these chats one day, right? And they was like, man, cut the bullshit. I ain't see no laps and no defense. And I said, rewatching is key. So I had to, you know, show you guys what I was talking about, right? Bam! You can't take that from elite boxers. I'm sorry. You running into shots because you're gung-ho. And you know you have skill and power. So you can probably get this guy out of there. Man, listen, Tank versus Devin is way down the line. I'm telling you, they're gonna build that fight up for 25 because it's nothing but Migos after Frank. If Frank loses the Tank, you can guarantee he gonna either fight Pitbull or if whoever win out that goddamn El Rayo fight or Zepeda. They're gonna fight one of them Migos, bro. We gave you niggas what you wanted. You said he don't fight slick black boxers. Well, here go one. But the thing is, he's scouted. He's not no slick black boxer. He fights the same way Earl Spence fights. That Texas Derrick James style, man. Heavy jab, high guard. They love that high guard. They love it. And you know what Shakur said about the high guard, remember? He said, can't nobody stop anything I got coming if they use the high guard against me. I kind of believe him because it's been proven. Like, you can believe half of what you see and none of what you hear for real. Because even if you see it, you got to analyze it. And I seen it. I seen niggas using the high guard against Shakur and he dissected that shit. So for somebody to get in the ring with him and he said what he said, man, you got to really, you know, look for that and want to see that. And I remember Tank saying he would fight Shakur and Devin differently. Now, how does he fight now? If he's going to fight them differently, how does Tank fight now? This is out this man's mouth. Because the guy that was interviewing, what do you mean? Are you trying to say that they're better? You know, I'm just saying, you know, I'm going to have to fight and I'm going to have to come at them. If you coming at somebody, that's falling right into a boxer's trap. Hashtag Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson. And you see what happened to Buster after he beat Mike Tyson. He fought another strong boxer and got punished. But you fighting a brawler that only comes forward and doesn't really use the back foot, that's the result you're gonna get. And that's what Tim Tszyu did. Oh yeah, he didn't have no time to train for that. One excuse. Oh yeah, man, you know, this man's 6, he's a giant. 2 excuses. But ain't nobody saying how the man never got off that line from round 1 until the end of the fight. I saw it from round 1 before he split Fundorta's nose. You're loading up with your right hand. I listen to my live. I say, look at him. He got it cocked. He ready to throw that motherfucker, but he can't get off the line. And if you have a giant in front of you and you don't get off the line, man, these are the results that happen. You get frustrated, you bull rush in, and you run into an elbow, which was planted there by God because he's tall and you're not. But if you would have got off that line, man, after you got cut, man, I don't know, it might have been a different story. But you stayed on the line. And that's why I say reevaluate some of these guys' IQ. Because, you know, they put these guys against guys that ain't really tough like Fundorta and Crawford and Spence. So when they get these guys in there, man, it's a big money fight. So, of course, Crawford want to fight Fundorta or either Tim Tszyu. Especially Tim Tszyu. Because he was supposed to beat Fundorta, right? But what I said before the fight, I said I got Fundorta, man. Only because of the way he did Lubin. Because Lubin was beating the shit out of Fundorta. And he's the soldier, he's tough. He came through and gave him a pumpkin head deluxe. And if you don't know what a pumpkin head deluxe is, go watch Martin after he fought Hearns. It's very dangerous because you can die from brain hemorrhage. But these are the type of fighters that we want to see on a regular basis. We want to see bloodbath. When the last time you seen a black on black bloodbath, man? It's been a long time, man. It's been a long time since we seen a knockdown drag out between 2 elite fighters. And the last time we seen that was Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. And we see how that turned out, one-sided. Very disappointing, but I still love Earl. And I wouldn't mind seeing him get in there with boots. Because I know Terrence Crawford ain't finna fight no Earls. Terrence Crawford ain't finna fight no goddamn boots. For what? Why would he? He proved everything he said he was gonna prove. Now y'all want him to prove more. The man wants some money, man. The man been getting pimped by Bob Arum his whole fucking career. Then he tried to go over to the PBC and get some money. Get a little money, man. You get the taste of that money, man. You want to keep getting money, man. And if you're an older person, see, niggas that's talking that shit are young. When you're older in a career like boxing, man, you know your time is limited. With all these young killers being born having birthdays every day, man, come on, man. So you choose your fights like Money Mayweather did at the end of his career. And people can't talk shit because you put in work at the beginning of your career. You say, why Tank ain't got a belt? I'm wondering the same thing. But I think they're going to try to, you know, get him some belts now because you got that tattoo on the back of your neck, G. You got strap season on the back of your neck. And we got videos of Coach Calvin holding up belts and shit by the boxing ring. And we ain't fighting for no belts, G. You know? We're going to get this Frank Martin fight out the way, then what? I mean, I ain't going to lie. I kind of, you know, think Frank Martin ain't got what it takes because I said, like, you used the high guard too much. I made a video about that shit on why they picked Frank and why I knew he was going to fight after he dropped out the motherfucking Shakur fight. It's set up, man. You fool, G. I'm sorry. You tough than a motherfucker now. Don't get it twisted. Frank will hurt you. But you fool, Tank. I mean, Frank. You fool. And they scouted you for a reason. Because they knew that niggas was mad that Tank wasn't fighting no black fighters, bro. And he giving all the paydays to the Migos. That's what niggas was saying. I'm just telling you what everybody was saying. So now they gonna please and satisfy your soul and give you a nigga that fights like Amigo. Just a little more swifter and a little more speed to his game. Yet still you got these so-called prospects and they getting better and better each fight. And they gonna call your name pretty soon, Tank. Cause it's gonna run out of time when you fight all the B-level fighters. Ain't nothing but A-level fighters left. The clock ticking. And everybody know that. So what you gotta do? You got to get you a new tank. You got to get you a whole bunch of new little tanks to come up and make some pay-per-view attractions out of, so you can keep getting the money. You got to keep getting the money, man. You can't stop the circle. You can't stop the cycle, because careers are short for a reason. This is a dangerous sport, you know. These guys play contact sports, man. Their careers are shortened by half, especially if you take punishment. That's why Floyd stopped letting niggas hit on him, man. He's like, fuck it, I ain't finna trade with you niggas, and my hand is brittle. Why would I fight Winky Wright? I'm gonna offer him a bullshit contract that I know he is not going to accept. Even though he beat Shane Mosley and Felix Trinidad, I don't care. He's not a pay-per-view attraction. That's the excuse. Abdullah, all these boys, they are not pay-per-view attraction. They dangerous. High risk, low reward. I say high risk, high reward. Anybody that beats a prospect just cements your legendary status. If you beat a motherfucker like Shoo, Boots, anybody like that, you'll cement it as a dog, man, because everybody think he's the boogeyman. Yeah, man, Carmel, you gonna get you a lot of money, right? Got to work on the defense. Same I said with El Rayo. Got to work on the defense, man. You know, if you don't work on your defense, you're gonna get knocked out, bro. Because you like to trade like the Migos do. And that's your young youth in you, man. Right now, your chin's strong. When you keep getting touched on that shit, man, it's gonna affect your brain, and it's gonna send a signal to your brain, bro. And your brain is not meant to be hit. So every time it gets touched from here on out, it's gonna try to protect you and send a message to your legs to get weak so you can stop taking blows to the head, G. Why you think a lot of boxers, after they get knocked out one time, are susceptible to knockouts? It's pure physiology, man. Your skull is not meant to be touched or rocked. Now, you ever get these lawyers tell you, even though you get hit in a car accident, to call anyway if you're not hurt, because afterwards, the after effects, you know, and then you miss your chance or opportunity to sue and get you some money. You're not supposed to take blows to the brain, bro. You got young niggas out here, it's just, they not built the same no more. I remember back in the day, man, you catch a beat down, you slam a nigga on the ground on top of his head, he still live. Now, motherfuckers fall and bump they shit, they dying, man. Niggas soft, man. And their state of mind is soft. The state of mind is all money, which it's supposed to be. But I don't see how you can't make no money against Jerron Ennis if you beat him. Yeah, you cement your status in history because everybody say it. And how the fuck you gonna prove Jerron is the best when you don't fight him? So I guess he gonna have to prove that he's the best against all these bums like Tank doing, right? Because we only see the toolbox. We don't see the tools being worked on and operating on other people. I ain't seen it. I seen Carmel's toolbox. It looked great. I seen Earl's toolbox. I seen Terrence's toolbox. They looked great until they matched up against each other. And it seemed like Terrence had way more tools in his toolbox. Or maybe the same tools, but had power tools. You know, I see Shakur toolbox. He got a lot of defensive tricks in his box. You know, I see Jerron toolbox. It's mixed with martial arts. And, you know, Deontay Wilder even has a toolbox. It's limited, but he has tools in it. He has a power tool. He has attributes that make it hard to hit him. Now, when you have attribute problems, that's another issue. When you're slow on your feet, when you have short arms, short legs, or even if you have long arms and someone knows that you're not as fast with your jab, they can time you and get underneath you or get on the outside of you. Something that Tim Tszyu never did. He just kept taking them, snapping his fucking head back. Fundora was right to touch that jab and open that cut each round so he can be blinded. You guys say that like that's the only reason that he lost that fight. And I have yet to see you boxing experts come back and say, you know what? That nigga Rude Exposure, aka Part Twice, the most shadow banned Negro on YouTube. He said it. He said that motherfucker didn't get off the line. And he surely doodly didn't. He didn't get off that line. And he kept taking blows. And I question his IQ. I question why y'all want to see Terrence Crawford fight him now. I question why you want to see Earl fight him. Because they supposed to be fighting each other, right? It's supposed to be Terrence versus Earl, right? Or Earl versus Terrence, right? But yet still these Negroes trying to fight everybody else. Okay, that's cool. Why y'all want to see him fight that nigga? When you got Boots out there, and you got, you know what I'm saying, other fighters that are way better than them and have way better skill set than these guys. Don't make me go pull up Tim Tszew's resume. Because I like Mondora's resume. And the fact that he did Lubin like that really impressed me, and it was the main reason I picked him for this fight. 11 days notice. You have to game plan for someone that tall. You have to game plan for that. You have to have a full training camp for Fundora. And these guys know this. You know, it's awkward. You know, they say Rolly's awkward, but he only has power. And that's what he depended on. But when you saw him running around the ring with his footwork, it looked amateur. And he looked like he was about to get knocked out if the referee wanted to stop the fight. And like I said, Pitbull averages 1 to 2 jabs per round. And so if you can't game plan for that, I question your boxing IQ. I don't care how tough you are. I don't care. Like, if you can't game plan for Ryan Garcia's left hook and his heart, yeah, I question your boxing IQ. Yeah, man, if you're in the ring and Meek Millie is acting silly in the crowd and your opponent looks over, distracted, and you don't take advantage of that, yeah, I got to question your IQ. Because the round before that, you was having success. If you fight a man that tore his Achilles in, second round, and he's taking your best shot, going blow for blow with you the whole fight, you question yourself, how would he fight you with 2 healthy legs or 2 healthy Achilles? These are just questions that you often question yourself, but won't ask nobody the same question because you don't want to seem like a hater. Like, okay, let's imagine a scenario, a fantasy scenario. Imagine LeBron James and Kyrie Irving when they were winning the championship that year and Kyrie gets hurt. And you don't have him for that series. And LeBron loses. Everybody's going to say, oh, it's because Kyrie got hurt. Not because the other team did better and took advantage of their misfortune. Because the next man up, right? You're supposed to step up to the plate, right? And then you got the GOAT on your team. It's no excuse. He's the greatest of all time, right? All these points, but very little scoring title. That's another subject. Because that's what you guys love, stats, right? If you lose, you're through in boxing now. Even though LeBron lost plenty, that's the NBA, right? I want champions everywhere. I want to see a champion in every sport I watch. I want to see the World Series. I want to see the Super Bowl. I want to see the finals. And I want to see niggas fight for belts in boxing. Because usually, not no more though, because even Floyd says too many belts in boxing. But usually, the motherfuckers that hold belts, man, are tough. And those who you want to see, man. We don't want to see a motherfucker coming off no loss. You know what I'm saying? That never held a belt and all that, man, please. Now, we say Earl, he took a loss. He coming off a loss. Man, I respect his route. I respect the route, bro. And man said he was going to do what he was going to do. He got stopped short, but the route should be respected. The man was trying to get undisputed, and Terrence ended up getting it. I respect each of their routes, but I don't respect the route now from Terrence Crawford. The route you taking, man, it's feeling like you got your undisputed status, man. Now it's all about the money, which is cool, and I don't blame you. Because you're at the end of your fight and Bob fucked over you. You know, filed a little lawsuit. I think that hurt you because you dropped it. You should have went on through with it, but you can't prove racism. And now you're getting blackballed. Niggas making it hard for you, ain't it? Don't you know Bob Arum and all them boys like Floyd, Leonard Ellerby, Al Heyman, they are in cahoots. They talk shit, man, but these boys got boxers. Hey, Golden Boy got Mexican boxers for Floyd. And Floyd got black boxers for Oscar. We changing out. We ain't gonna give you my killers now. But you know, we can make some money on these other little fights, bro. But y'all don't see the business. Because you're so one-sided. You look in one dimension. Don't look at all four corners of life. You stuck in one box. You got to think outside the box even after you look at all four corners. I just know what I heard Floyd say. That man said, hey, man, we got a good relationship with Golden Boy. And I know why. Because you got what I want. I got what you need. Yeah, let's mix and match these guys. But you know damn well you can't get Tank. Not yet. Not yet. I gotta squeeze the towel dry. He still has more to squeeze out. And when I squeeze that, I got another Tank. He's an Orthodox Tank. He just ain't ready yet. He taking too many blows to the face right now. You can't do that against an elite boxer. He has heart and skill. And I'm putting my hands on him. Yeah, I'm giving him the golden touch. So anybody Floyd touches turns to gold. Have you noticed that? We all been noticed that, man, but I'm just reiterating that. And the fact that if the shoe was on the other foot and Devin Haney didn't have a father in his life and Tank had a father in his life, he would have had Devin. And everybody would be like, man, Tank just a knockout artist. He ain't got no true boxing skills. I guarantee you that's how Negroes are. And the human race is like that because we follow trends. If you wear something from the 70s that niggas used to wear in the 70s, they gonna laugh at you. Even though you've been wearing it, you an old man, you've been wearing that shit all your life and you don't want to wear this new tight shit these young niggas wearing, they gonna make fun of you because trends are meant to be changed. So when you get into another decade and you're still living in the last decade, of course people gonna laugh at you, even with the state of mind. If you have a state of mind from the 70s and the 80s, you can't take that state of mind into the 2020s and the 2030s because it's a different state of mind. We don't want to see champions no more. We want to see great fights, right? That's what they say, right? But on one hand, you talk about Errol Spence and unifying and belts here and belts there, but when you get to your fighter, belts don't matter. It's hypocritical. And it's frustrating because the guys with the older state of mind that want to see champions and niggas have bloodbaths in the ring. Man, I love that Fundora and Tim Tszyu fight, man, because it reminds me of the old days. How niggas just said, fuck it. I'll take a fight on short notice and I get in there and give it all I got. Tim Tszyu gave it all he got, man. He tried to load up on that right hand all night and never moved off the line. And they were looking like the Walking Dead. That's what I like. And when have we seen that against two black elite boxers? Black boxers, that is. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. It was just one-sided. You know? And that's what we want. We are bloodthirsty by nature. You know, that's why even in the gladiator days, they made men fight lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. And you had a stadium full of people cheering and getting drunk and yay, the lion got killed by the man. Hercules, Hercules. Yeah, and we want to still see that. We want to see people die in the ring. Remember Deontay Wilder? I want a body on my record. Yeah, because you want to be like the old school boxers, like Ezra Charles. Even Sugar Ray Robinson killed a man in the ring. That's nothing to brag about, but that's serious. That shows you how serious this game is and why these guys supposed to get the money. Like, I talk shit about Tank, right? He ain't doing nothing he ain't supposed to do, G. Straight up. Fuck. I mean, like, really, if you think about it, if you go by the trend and belts don't matter for real, you're going to keep saying that because you're going to keep getting your money and feeding your family, man. These guys got generational wealth and can't really be told nothing, man. So they'll fight for legacy when they feel like it. You heard what Leonard said. Whenever Tank send that contract, that's when you're going to find out who he fighting. Other than that, man, shit, Tank the A-side. Tank send the contract, and they sent one to Frank. And Frank took it, accepted the 2%. But he said he getting it on the back end, ain't it? So that's what everybody else going to have to do. But this my problem. And I need somebody to help me. How you know what another man going to do? Oh, he ain't going to, if he want too much money, how you know? You ain't something, nothing. You ain't gave him a chance to duck you. And that's all I'm trying to see. Go on and send me that 2% contract so I can go on and take that there. And like Frank Martin said, I'm going to get it on the back end. I know it probably wasn't 2%. I just be making fun of that shit. I used to make fun of them boys when I was locked up in Pennsylvania. And they used to make fun of me and my down south accent. So don't be getting all hurt in your feelings and shit for me saying Q. It sound funny to me, just like I sound funny to you niggas. Y'all call us Bammers up there in D.C. Yeah, all them boys call me Bama. I almost got into it with a nigga, but he was like, man, nah, we call everybody that. Even niggas from my own city, we call them Bammers. I was like, man, that shit sound too much like an Alabama nigga. I ain't from Alabama, nigga. Even though ain't nothing wrong with being from Alabama. Ain't nothing wrong with being from the country. It's just that, we looked at as like we're slow because we speak with a certain accent, and they don't even know why black people speak with accents. Because wherever state you had slaves in, whoever taught you how to speak was a redneck country motherfucker. So if you was in Alabama, you going to speak like an Alabama redneck mixed with African dialect. And if you from Memphis, you going to speak like these country redneck Memphis motherfucker that taught you English with an African dialect. You understand me? So you can't really, understand shit if you ain't trying to learn nothing. And you don't want to see nothing but your way. So I talk like I talk because whoever taught my ancestors how to talk, they mixed it with the African dialect. Man, I'm getting off subject, man. Like I said, Kermel is the new Tank. He's the Orthodox Tank. Tank is someone people look up to. So of course they want power. They want to fight like him. They want to do just like they did Mike Tyson. Just like Michael Jordan. If I could be, we wanted to be like two Mikes back in my days. Niggas wanted to be able to play ball like Mike and fight like Mike. Now niggas want to be like Tank. Tank is the man, dog. Ain't nothing you can say about that. Who's the pay-per-view attraction at 135? Name all of them. It's only one. Then you got to go to who's the pay-per-view attraction at 140? Name all of them. It's only really one. And y'all make fun of that man and say and hope he don't sell no fights. That's Devin Haney. That's crazy. I never really, before the internet and shit, man, you couldn't really talk down on a nigga hustle. You supposed to respect all people hustles. And if you disrespect my hustle, nigga, it's beef. That's how a lot of shit gets started. But now it's okay. It's cool to talk down on a nigga hustle and wish, cross your nuts on another nigga. Yeah, I don't want that nigga to sell shit. I ain't finna give these niggas no fight. Fuck them niggas. If you disrespect, you get no check. That's what Leonard Ellaby said. What kind of state of mind we got? You mad at this brother for telling the truth. That man said he got off on Florida and sparring. That's some things you're not supposed to say, but he said it. And that's the reason why you're not giving that man no opportunity. Cool. Fuck Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He had 140 anyway, brother. There's a lot of killers down there at 135 for you to fight, Tank. And like I said, it's a birthday every day for an 18-year-old, man. So fuck the 140. But if you go to 140 talking about chasing a pit bull cruise, man, we gon' no mercy, nigga. No mercy, because it's a killer up there right now at 140 calling your name, disrespecting your name, talking all kind of shit about you, Floyd, everybody. Talking about he the new face of boxing and all that shit, man. Listen, I have never been so disrespected in my life and not retaliated. It's like that. I'm going to send you a contract for 135, nigga. And if you don't take it, you're a duck. You don't know what that nigga going to say? Man, I ain't going back to 135. Or he take it and kill himself to make the weight, and then you guys get what you want, a mismatch. But the niggas want money, man. Niggas will do anything for money. You Negroes would do anything for money. You got millionaires already set for life still wearing dresses on commercials. I never understood Kevin Garnett. I used to fuck with Garnett. Great grandmama, Larry Jones, I'm sorry. These niggas wearing dresses, man. Why? You got millions of dollars, bro. What you putting a dress on for? Martin, Shanae, all these niggas, you millionaires already, nigga. Come on, man. DeAndre Jordan, the biggest nigga in the NBA. Damn near. Playing the role of an auntie or something. Well, come on, man. Hey, man. We got niggas painting their nails now. And ain't nobody holding these boys accountable. But that's style, that's fashion now. I told you the trend. You got to follow the trend, G. It's all changing for the bad. And niggas with my state of mind that look at that shit and see like, nah, man, that ain't what a man do. Wear no purse and paint his nails. Why is it like that? Why is that considered fashion now for men and not women? Now, right, I can understand the little white boys, they were gothic and that was their thing, man. And they painted all their nails black and shit. But that was some devil worshiping shit. That wasn't no gay shit. But now you got niggas painting their shit lime green colors, white. I think Lil Baby had a fucking painted fingernails on his rap video. That's crazy. You niggas are gangster rappers. And you tough guy boxing ass niggas wearing painted. Nah. The only motherfucker I ain't really never seen do no floss shit. For real, was Earl and Boots. Earl said what he was gonna do. He did it, fell short. You gotta respect that route that he took to try to, get undisputed, man. And that's why I don't have no problem with him getting the golden ticket to fight whoever he wants to fight. Because he fought Terrence Crawford and he wanted the rematch. Circumstances happen. It is what it is. He said immediately after the fight to his son, man, we got to run that back, baby boy. Respect the hard. I know you want to call him a bum. That's how black boxing fans do. And that's why I respect all the Mexican fight fans out there. More than I respect my own kind. Ain't that a bitch? Everything is backwards. You niggas give up on your heroes. You boost them up, put them on a pedestal, and as soon as they lose, oh man, I lost all kind of money betting with this nigga. I knew this nigga was some trash. Man, see, I ain't gonna never bet on this motherfucker no more. That's how Negroes do. Yet still a Mexican will take their loss, you know what I'm saying? Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? We'll come back next time. Yes, sir? I respect that. Nigga got 4-5 losses on his resume. Still number one of them. Still gonna sell out the crowd. You seen how they was yelling and cheering for Pitbull, and he wasn't even man, please. He wasn't even the main event. Oh, man. Listen, man. I'm finna get off this live, man. But y'all know what time it is, man. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Tell your friend. Tell your mama. Tell your cousin. Tell everybody, man. Part 2, I talk shit, man. Keeping it real. Keeping it real, baby. The most shadow band nigga on YouTube, baby.
Please don't take my life away. The AK spray daily. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my breath away, and I'll pay you Friday, burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away, and tell Rudy no shot me, burning them in hell. When I can't proceed, but wait in time, cause they say God made me, burning them in hell. Burning, burning, burning them in hell. Burning, burning them in hell. Burning, burning, burning them in hell.
Purple haze on a beat.
Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away. The AK spray daily. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my breath away. And tell Rudy no shot me. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away. And I'll pay you Friday. Burning them in hell. When I can't proceed, but I wait in time, cause they say God made me. Burning them in hell. Burning, burning them in hell. Burning, burning them in hell. Let's go. Yeah, it's me. I meant what I said when I said what I said. I say it again like I said it then, cause ain't no shame in my game. I do my thing. everything from Frisco to Maine, from San Fran to Japan. Yeah, it's all about the money game with me. Yeah. Shout out to all the killers out there, all the hustlers out there. If you got a 9 to 5, keep working. It's all work, baby. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away and tell the road north shot me. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my breath away. The AK spray daily. Burning them in hell. Please don't take my life away, and I'll pay you Friday, burning them in hell. When the convoy said, put a wait in time, cause they say God made me. Part twice, 11-9.
Blood, air, look at this mother.